Hey everyone, this is Nick from Mecca Warehouse, and today we're back with weekly update, I believe number 106. So let's jump right in with it. Weekend review, so we talk about things that have been going on in the warehouse, things that are coming up, stuff like that. And I guess first off, we'll get to it when we get to what would normally be the restock section. There are no restocks this week, which is in itself kind of an interesting and frustrating problem. It's kind of twofold. So the first aspect of this is we've had a lot of stuff on hold shipping out. I mentioned it last week, just the whole challenge of dealing with cash flow, trying to pay for orders in the right order and with the right timing so that way things can ship immediately has been challenging. The good news on that is that our big Shopify Capital, our next batch of extra cash, if you will, from Shopify Capital came through this week, so that let us clear the logjam. I think there's already 3 or 4 shipments that have shipped since last week. I think there's a couple more in queue, and then the next ones will generate as those get shipped out because of the way that BNTCA does their shipments. There's also some Kodo on the way, and when we get to restocks, I'm going to talk about everything that's on the way, just to give you guys kind of an idea of what to expect in the next week or two. The other aspect of this is we have 2 shipments that have shipped, and they shipped a while ago, and they're stuck in limbo, and they should have been here by now. One of them, I believe, is here in New Hampshire. I don't know if I mentioned this last week, but basically I got a call from, I think it was YRC Freight, which is a freight company. They've never delivered for BNTCA before here, but apparently they were used, and there's a issue with them getting paid for the shipping charges or something, which you would think would have been paid when it was shipped. Per our agreement with BNTCA, they pay the shipping and they charge us a portion of that shipping charge. And so that's how that kind of works. So they've been telling me that they're going to take care of it, and it hasn't gotten taken care of yet. I was supposed to have an answer about that yesterday afternoon. As soon as that gets taken care of, that stuff should be here within about a day, because it's supposedly sitting on a dock here somewhere in New Hampshire at a depot. The other shipment supposedly left California back like 3 weeks ago maybe. The tracking hasn't updated. I'm sure you guys are familiar with those kind of issues where the tracking doesn't get updated. You have no idea where it is, and I have no idea where it is. It could be stuck in California. It could be here waiting on something. It could be anywhere in between. I'm hoping that it arrives very soon, and I think that shipment was like the Argomadex and a few other things, some Converge stuff and things like that. So that stuff should arrive in theory any day now, and the other shipments are on their way. So things are that logjam has been cleared, which means that anyone's got questions about HG Shenlong, RG Gale Geigar, etc. Those should be on the way very shortly. I don't know if they'll generate on the next shipment or if they have to wait till the shipment after that per se, because there's definitely a order, things have to flow out, if that makes sense. They won't generate the next shipment until the previous one goes, where things have been on hold for a couple weeks for some of those shipments. They might all ship at once, which will be an exciting and interesting challenge all on its own. So that's the status on that. The other really interesting thing is we've been down Tyler since like mid-Thursday last week. I am not sure where he is or what's going on. He went to lunch, never came back. I'm a little bit worried about him because it doesn't seem like him. We're trying to figure out what's going on with that. So hopefully he's okay, and hopefully we'll hear back from him or find out what's going on at some point. But it's definitely putting a little bit of pressure on us. Thankfully, it's been a light week because of less incoming. But that does mean that we're going to have some issues when stuff does start coming in, trying to figure out how to get all that done as quickly as possible. So that said, we are still hiring. We've had one position open for a while now. I'm hoping we don't have to add a second position, but we might. And we're contemplating the idea of doing a like per diem kind of help kind of thing, paid potentially for weekend days, as we get into this tougher period. You know, holiday season is pretty rough in general, so to be able to have somebody or some buddies that we could bring in on a Saturday or Sunday, say, to help us with check-in when we get these large shipments, to help take the pressure off the normal crew during the week. Still trying to figure out how that would work out. I haven't posted a listing for it, obviously. If you are local and you're interested in something like that, shoot me a note. Nick@meccawarehouse.com would be fine. I think one or two people have expressed interest in the past. I'm going to probably, if we do this, I'll reach out to those people. But if you're one of those people, feel free to reach out again just to remind me, just in case I missed you, because I know that there's been at least one, I know for sure, maybe a second or third. So it'd be great to have people that we could bring in to kind of help fill those gaps when we have them. The final thing to mention, I think, well, maybe not the final thing. Next thing to mention during the weekly, for the weekend review, we are adding text messaging to our suite of marketing channels, if you will. And while there's no regular sale this weekend, if you go on the front page of the website, you should be able to put in your phone number, or I think click a button if you're on mobile, and it will take you right to a thing to send a text message to us. That will get you added, and you will automatically receive a 10% off in-stock items coupon code. I'm not sure how good it will be, how long it'll be good for, if it will be like 48 hours or something, 72 hours, 24 hours. We're meeting with them this afternoon to get that all set up. So you'll be able to catch the rest of the details there and all the terms and conditions and all that kind of stuff. But if you followed our sale last week, 10% off is a pretty good deal. So hopefully it'll be enticing for you to join in with the SMS marketing thing. And it'll be interesting. We're planning on doing stuff with it that's not maybe what you expect. So many companies use it like a blast, and they're just going to send you, hey, here's what's on sale, here's what we got in, that kind of stuff. But we hope to make it more of a two-way interactive thing. There's a lot of stuff we can do with the way we set up flows and stuff like that. So we'll be experimenting with that over the next couple months and seeing how that works out. And then finally, I guess the last couple things, still planning on going out to SCGMC. I'm going to be booking the flights later today. So that'll be exciting if you're in the Southern California area, or could be for that weekend. I think it's Veterans Day weekend, that's Saturday. I'd love to see you and have a chat. So anyway, with all that said, let's move on to pre-orders. We added 6 new pre-orders today. From Volks, we added the IMS Engage SR1. Someone was asking me about this on the stream, and I couldn't quite answer because I wasn't sure what the date was that we were allowed to start talking about it. Brand new kit. They had a blackout on releasing any information about it, but it is up and available now, and the pricing is better than they had initially expected, I think. So that's good news. Kotobukiya, we added 3 new kits to the Sosai Shoujo Teien Ritsu Seiki, I guess. The St. Iris Gakuen Girls High School Winter Clothes Dreaming Style Snow White, and just the winter clothes, I guess. And they're just 2 different colorways for the same thing or very similar thing. If you're into like the Mecha Girls, I think they're basically supposed to be similar to the Frame Arms Girls, just minus the Frame Arms part. And the other one is the Alice Gear Aegis Sugumi Kanagata Gashin, which is another Mecha Girl kind of thing. It's kind of cool with some wings, big sword thing. Can't go wrong with that. And then finally from Bandai, we got the Nyandem. We are the Earth Federation Forces. They're basically like little cats dressed up like Earth Federation Forces characters. I think that maybe they're supposed to correlate with specific characters. There's a Gundam, gun tank. There's definitely like various Earth Federation uniforms. You can buy it as a set with a gift that's got a little Haro thing, I think. A little cat Haro. Or you can buy a blind pack that will give you one of the 8 characters in the set. Keep in mind, if you buy the blind pack, that no returns are possible, because they're a blind pack. If you open it and get the one that you don't want, or not the one that you were hoping for, you can't just return it because it's been opened. So keep that in mind. So that's it for pre-orders this week. Restocks. So as I said, we have no restocks this week, unfortunately. But I do want to talk about what is coming up, what is on the way. So the 2 shipments that we know are on their way and should be here, in theory, any day now, include the Gundam Converge 10th anniversary. So that's the GP01FB, Akai, Zaku 3 Kai, Zaku 3 Kai Psycho, Gundam Heavy Arms Kai, and New Gundam, or you can get the full set. The Gundam Universe Master Gundam. I know some few people have been asking about those. The Mega House Argama Catapult deck. I'm kind of excited about that. And G-Frame, FA02, so it's Justice Gundam, Rick Diaz, and Rick Diaz Quattro Vegeta version, and Sazabi. The other shipment that we know is supposedly here in New Hampshire, but they're waiting on whatever random thing, is the mobile change Haro. So those are little Haros that transform into a Gundam. There's a Wing Gundam Zero, Arc 78, Zaku, and Unicorn Gundam, so those should be here any minute now. The first two shipments that we know will be here probably in about a week. First one has Bear Guy 3, the HG Wing Gundam from Niche, SD Gundam World Heroes, Kyongi Strike Freedom Gundam, the option part set 1 from 30-minute missions, Figure Eye Standard Amplified War Greymon, Action Base 1 Gray. The other shipment has the HG Brady Phantom. I think that's a pre-order that'll be coming in. The MG Gunner Zaku Warrior, RG Unicorn Gundam Banshee Norn, and the Imaginary Skeleton Tyrannosaurus. And that last one looks like it's just 30-minute sisters parts, option body parts, arm and leg parts color B, option parts set 3 mechanical unit, option parts A type SO2 color B. So something more 30-minute sister stuff. I know in the other shipment that has yet to ship that I was told about had the master grade Char Zaku. One of the two remaining shipments that's about to ship, Arc 78 Revive, the high grade, it's a good kit. The HG Gundam Easy SR, Master Grade Blitz, and Buster Gundam. Buster we've got in stock now. And then the other one, Master Grade Easy 8, Master Grade Char Zaku 2, RG Tall Geese. And then we got some Gundam decals, some more detail parts, and let's see, customized weapons, military weapons, and the Forestieri. So those were all slated to ship soon. And of course, the next shipment we'll probably find out about pretty soon. And so that is it for the non-restock, restock section. Let's do Q&A. So this is where I answer questions from you viewers. If you have a question you want answered, post it down in the comments below. We'll do our best to answer it next time. First up, let's see, Kaya, question. Have you and the Warehouse guys ever thought about doing a game night stream? Maybe stream some Gundam Evolution? Thought that might be cool. That's an interesting idea. I haven't really thought about that with any sort of seriousness. I know people have asked about bringing on members of the staff onto a stream. I haven't really asked them, primarily because I don't want to have to, I don't want to pay them to do the stream, and I don't want to even have to ask them for those extra hours because they've got other stuff that they want to do, and I'm sure they don't necessarily want to be doing work stuff at all hours. But maybe we'll float the idea. Next one, Plastic Germs question. Has Mecha Warehouse looked into selling 3D printed parts for Gunpla Plamo, whether being detail parts or weaponry? So I haven't yet. I know that there's a couple like 3D printed parts brands. I don't want to have to manage 3D printers as a big part of it. I think trying to make our own would be a whole bunch of work. It might be something that we could do in the future, but with all the ways that we're stretched thin right now, I don't want to bite off too much. Fun question, when is the Mecha Warehouse commercial coming out? Which commercial is that? We have some ideas for some fun ads that we want to do those, so we'll probably have some good ads in the near future. Okay, next one, Reister Manster question. Has the Advanced Hazel Gundam high grade came in left, or is it on the way? Same for the full armor Thunderbolt HG kits. PS, new to the channel, loving the comment interaction. So I don't think either of those have arrived recently, so I think they are still on the way. Hopefully they will show up sooner rather than later, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Next up, HH15. Do you have more orders for Black Friday, Christmas, or pop-up discounts like this time? I'm not sure you mean more sales, maybe. We will be doing a Black Friday sale this year. I don't want to release the details yet. It will be, I think, a pretty good deal. But I haven't fleshed out all the nitty-gritty yet, so I don't want to release any details yet, but definitely keep an eye out for that. Let's see. And then finally, Justin Eccles, any idea when the HG Shenlongs will be in stock? So just like I said earlier during the week in review section, they should be coming in the near future. They might generate on the next order to generate and ship out. I just don't know for sure, but I'd expect they'll probably leave BNTCA very soon. And I think that's it for questions. So if you have a question you want answered, post it down in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer it next week. Thank you for watching. See you next time.